Hello, welcome back everybody. I'm Helen Stubbs from the UK Department for International Trade, and I'm very pleased to present our next pitch from a UK company and welcome Raja Sharif, who is CEO of FarmaTrust. Raja, over to you.
Yeah, good morning everyone. I'm assuming you can see my screen. Thank you very much to the DLT to help us present today. What I'm going to show you is an introduction to FarmaTrust and various solutions and services which help with data integrity and of course with artificial intelligence. So essentially we provide global cost-effective DLT solutions, our aim being to help with the regulatory burden as well as to increase efficiency for our clients. But the core of it comes down to providing valuable data services. This combined with AI or other machine learning type activities can help our clients increase revenue, reduce costs, as well as automate processes, ultimately to give patients a better experience and ensure we have a much more efficient process and provision of healthcare. We have three main verticals. Our most mature and oldest vertical is the supply chain management solution. This essentially means our clients can comply with their FMD regulations or DSCSEA regulations in the US, and we provide valuable data services as well. And I'll show you actually a platform which is quite interesting from that perspective. We also have a patent pending DLT solution for the personalized medicine sector. So we can provide true needle-to-needle transparency in terms of the provisions of what are known as cell and gene therapies, mainly for cancer treatments, which are now available, as well as gene and stem cell services. And finally, we also have a solution for clinical trials, which allows for true blind testing, as well as anonymized records and regulatory documentation. What underpins all our services is data integrity and the permanency and immutability of the data that we are recording. And this is important for a number of reasons. One, because of regulatory oversight. As we know, the pharmaceutical industry is the second most regulated industry after finance, so it can be quite a heavy burden. But because more and more people are experimenting with artificial intelligence and other kind of machine learning programs, we need the ability to be able to check the data that is going into these engines to ensure that we get accurate results, as well as ensuring that there are no unpredictable activities of certain AI algorithms and programs. We have a number of partners and clients, as you can see here. We work with some of the larger companies, McKesson being one of them, as well as certain NHS institutions. We are authorized under the FMD regulations, and we have worked in the US with the US FDA pilots. So what is the problems that we solve? In the supply chain itself, as you know, it's a very fragmented environment. There are lots of data silos, and there are systems that don't speak to each other. Different countries seem to have different regulatory requirements, and there are different methods and standards throughout the world, although this is becoming a little bit better as we get along. What we do is we bring data from different data silos to give a complete chain of custody, identity, and condition of the assets that we are tracking, be they a sample, a treatment, a medical device, or a pharmaceutical product. And this helps our clients to ensure consumer safety, whether it's eliminating counterfeit drugs or fraud within the supply chain, or efficiency savings, shorter shelf times, just-in-time deliveries, as well as data integrity and fewer disputes between the parties. We also help with that real cost reduction element by automating processes, eliminating drug waste or oversupply. For those of you who are not familiar with DLT solutions and why they're important, the number one reason you would use distributed ledger is that quality of immutability and incorruptibility. But there's also other benefits, such as breaking down data silos. So we can take data from different systems and have them all on one platform. Security, as you know, for distributed ledger is unparalleled. The whole system is built on cryptography, and the combinations or number of private keys is more than grains of sand on earth. So you can see how secure our system is, that allows different parties in the supply chain to share their data and indeed compartmentalize their data. So different parties can see different elements of their data. Our tracking solution essentially tracks products from the point of production to the point of consumption, and we have every handoff in between. Our cell and gene therapy solution, which is one of the world's first, tracks from the point you take a sample from a patient all the way back to when it's administered. And this is a diagram of the different partners that we have to coordinate over our platform to eventually ensure that the treatment is given to the patient at the end. We also have a clinical trial solution, which allows us to randomize, label medicines and placebos and collect data in an immutable way. So there are lots of benefits, which I've already shown you. We take a mobile-first approach, so that allows us to make it very easy to collect data from our partners and indeed tell us down to the personnel that are handling certain assets. And we make it easy for our clients to obviously view logistics information in a very fast and efficient manner on any smart device anywhere in the world. But what we're really focused on is making sure that we have a patient-centric approach. How do we make it easier for doctors and clinicians to administer treatment? How can we use algorithms? How can we help with the decision-making process? And that's our main focus now that we have the infrastructure part of our solutions built. We can create a number of different dashboards which can give predictive analytics and predictive demand supply. And we can also help our pharmaceutical supply chain clients to use their solutions much more efficiently and their facilities much more efficiently as well, to ensure that they don't have to spend significant sums of money. We have a number of use cases, and whether it be wholesalers tracking heparin back to herds of cows, or helping existing suppliers to use data in a much more efficient way. But what we have done with our solutions is actually de-risked the whole distributed ledger use by making sure we are system neutral, platform neutral, and use international standards to ensure that people can have a working system that is future-proof. Now, I've only got 1 minute left, so Helen, I'm not sure whether we have time for questions. Hello? In that case, what I will do is I will take the opportunity to also share one of our data dashboards. And as you can see here, we can give a great overview of each product at packet level anywhere in the country. But we can also drill down to individual items, which you can see in particular purchase orders, such as this, down to quantity levels, etc., which allows us to do fast recall services within, say, 15 seconds. And if you haven't seen a hash in terms of what it looks like on a blockchain, this is what it looks like. And as you can see, this is very secure, and you wouldn't be able to see what information is there without your private key. Now, I've run out of time, so I'm going to pause there, but please do contact me if I can provide further information. And I'm hoping Helen will now come back onto the stage.
Here I am. Thank you. There's a couple of questions in the chat. One is mine, and one is from Vincent Lepreux. If you're able to answer those. Is FarmaTrust raising funds?
Well, we're always, as a startup, we're always looking to raise funds, but yes, please do contact me, and we can talk about that further.
Great. And how advanced do you think we are in broad adoption of DLT solutions in these kinds of settings? Is it still seen as a bit geeky, or are we getting towards it becoming mainstream?
No, I haven't shown you a slide, but now what we have seen, I think it was a Deloitte study, which shows that 60% of CIOs and CTOs think they need a blockchain strategy. So we've been in this business for the last 3 years, and we've noticed how people have understood the platform much better and see the advantages of it. It is future-proof technology. Smart cities, IoT, etc., require platforms like distributed ledger to ensure that they have that real-time coordination between machines and the ability to have an audit, a permanent audit trail on a digital basis if things go wrong. So there is a lot of uptake. We're working with actually some quite large clients now who really understand the benefits of using distributed ledger technology in their operations to not just help in simple data analytics, but also how it helps for artificial intelligence. You need good data to go into artificial intelligence machines, and artificial intelligence machines can be unpredictable as well. So you do need that permanent audit trail.